Okay, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, August 16th, 2021, and we're going to get started with our pre-market analysis on the S&P 500 futures market. So let's go ahead and jump up. Well, let me just really quickly point out again, we've been talking about how the market has been respecting these retracement levels for the past week and a half here as we continue to trend higher. And just wanted to point out from the low that we made on Thursday, so pretty much Thursday's low to the all-time high that we made in Friday's market, we have some retracements that bring us to 44.50, 44.46, and then then finally down to this 44.43 to 42 area. And you can see that right now, we did come down in the Sunday Globex session and test the 50% retracement of this leg and essentially bounce out of that for about 10 points and then come down and break that level by 1 point, come down to 44.41, and now we are holding at least for now. So just something to keep in mind. If they do hold above this 44.42 area, could be a good case for the bulls this morning. So let's go ahead and jump into their ultra high time frames here and see what they have to say this morning. So our quarterly here looking as strong as ever. Same exact story that you guys have been hearing for months here. The monthly, same exact situation, very strong, no signs of exhaustion. And the weekly as well, very strong. No clear signs of exhaustion up here either. We get down to our daily. Also looking very strong. No clear signs of exhaustion up top here. You can see that this new daily candle that is taking into account all of the price action from Sunday's Globex session going into the overnight and the pre-market here definitely looks a lot more bearish, and we have pulled back, but there really are no clear bearish signals here on the daily. And when we get to our 4 hour, this is where we got our indications of bearishness off the all-time high. And so as we dial down from the 4 hour down to the shorter time frames, we're going to see that bearish indication that we got just at the end of the day on Friday. So this kind of sell-off here in the Globex session coming into Monday morning is somewhat expected from the 4 hour down. Now again, I said the daily, the weekly, these higher time frames did not have that bearish signal, but when we got to the 4 hour, which is a pretty significant time frame for intraday trading, we did get that very clear bearish exhaustion pattern off of the all-time high. And so this pullback definitely makes sense. But now you can see this pullback, again, we talked about this down to just about the 61.8 retracement of this most recent leg. So from this low here to the high here, you can see right down to that 44, 42.50, pull back to 41. And we are getting this this bullish divergence off of the low. So we'll have to watch the lows here this morning. The overnight low happens to be 44.41, that level we were talking about. And so holding above that will mean that we'll start to print a bullish divergence here on the 4 hour. And so this could be the beginning of the reversal and now the pushback to test the highs from Friday's market. So right now, 4 hour definitely had a very clear bearish divergence off the high. And then off of the overnight low, we do have the beginning of what looks to be a nice bullish divergence here. So let's jump down to the shorter time frames. We're getting an agreement here. Again, that 60-minute agrees with the bearish indication off of the high we made at the end of Friday. And that has led to this pullback. And now we do have a nice clear bullish divergence off of that overnight low at 44.41. So a little bit more agreement with the 4 hour chart. So let's jump down to our intermediate time frames and quickly see here if they are also agreeing. We do have Okay, so the 30-minute did have the bearish indication off of the overnight or off of the previous daily high, got the pullback, and now we did not get a nice clear bullish divergence off of 41, but after we bounced out of 41 and pulled back, we then got the nice bullish indication here on the 30-minute. So I do like that we are seeing that right now. And then let's look at our 10-minute and same thing down here on the 10-minute. So not necessarily the clearest indication off that first bounce, but now getting a nice clear bull divergence on the pullback. And so this is going to be kind of an important level to watch this morning. If we can kind of stay above this 41 to 42.50 area and start trending up, it will look like we are following through with that 4-hour on down indication. And if not, if we start breaking lower, we're going to have to consider some of these deeper pullbacks. And if we do get some clear signals at some of these other retracement levels, we're going to have to try them long. Because remember, overall, if we jump back to our ultra high time frames here, which are really kind of going to be the most important signals here, our quarterly, our monthly, our weekly, and our daily all look very, very strong with no signs of exhaustion. So right now, just going off of our signals, I don't expect there to be some type of major sell-off. It doesn't mean that we're not going to get it. It very well could happen because anything is possible here. But going from what our high time frames are telling us, it's saying that right now there's really no indication of a larger type of sell-off. Like you can see here, over back on July 14th, we got some pretty clear bearish indications on some of these higher time frames, and then we got a sell-off from 43.80 to about 42.20 for over 150 points. But right now, up where we are right now, we don't have those clear signals. So that's where we'll keep it for this morning. Still overall a bullish bias, and if there is any type of deeper sell-off here, we are still going to be looking for longs, assuming we get some nice clear buy signals. Some key levels to watch below us. Let me pull up my 10-minute here. Some key levels to watch below us will be this 36.25 area, this 31.75 area, and then a little bit deeper down into this 44.16 to 44.18 area. So 16 to 18, 31, and then there's that 44.41 to 42 area that we're currently holding right now. So I'll leave it at that for you guys this morning. Pretty quick pre-market, and we'll jump down to our short time frames to look for some entries into the market.